Hey, welcome back to another episode of John's Crypto Therapy. Today we're looking at Bitcoin. I really do believe price is going to go a little bit higher, and I'm going to explain to you why. POC is going to be 96,318 level. This is going to be our key level where volume has been induced into the markets, and for the historical data part, you can see majority of the transactions has been placed here. Price is always going to react at this VWAP, and you can see for yourself, we did have a VWAP bounce. That is showing us that support has been placed and price wants to go a little bit higher. Why is this a very important level after the break of the wedge that we talked about in my previous video? This is an important level because price can actually come a little bit lower before going a little bit higher. I want to show you guys this on the footprints, aka the Delta ladder on TradingView, to kind of understand what price is trying to do here. What I want to explain to you is volume is king. Understand that volume is going to give you the best probable trades and the setups that you're looking for. You could see that right here, we're declining in volume. That is showing us that the buyers were super aggressive and they completed their orders, while the sellers that were getting into the market are very short in the sense that the volume is not following. That means exhaustion. The price does not want to follow. That means there's no participants to continue a little bit lower. What am I going to show you here to translate that the volume is towards the buyers instead of the sellers? This is where you must use the footprints to kind of understand the dynamic levels and the ranges that we're looking for. Right here is a representation of the footprints above, and I want to give you guys the better understanding, the idea that why I'm telling you right now it is a better opportunity to buy. When you look at the sellers, they came in heavy, but it wasn't that much volume. But also the delta doesn't show us that the sellers were super aggressive. When we look at structure and we're looking at historical data, you can see here we have higher levels of buyers holding this level of 93,000. While they're holding this level, you could see that the volume has been induced into the market with high levels of delta or transactions that have been placed of the buyers. And once we look left to structure, you can see 500, 400, 400, 200, and these are huge levels of buy orders. These are aggressive orders that have been absolutely smashed into the markets and have been placed. Yes, there's liquidity underneath, but these are buyers that are very aggressive to push the price a little bit higher. Once again, once we see this candle, a lot of people would say, hey, John, this is a huge selling candle. Yes, it is. But remember, with delta, we need to see volume. And once you look at that candlestick, you can see there's no volume at all. If there's no participants, think about it like this. No one's holding that price to push it a little bit lower. That means it's easier for the buyers to step in, push it all the way towards the upside with least amount of resistance of sellers, because the delta is telling us one thing, but the volume is also telling us another. And this is why it's important to find trades that give us confluence, and this is the structural moves that we're looking for, to see volume into the market but also delta in that candle. This bullish candle has been the same representation of the delta we were talking about with the 500, 400, 400, 200 levels of buying degree of order. That is showing us that has been support throughout the level. Price has came back into the level as well, retesting the VWAP, and this is your sign to look for trades on a lower scale transaction of sellers being more absorbed for price to do one thing and one thing only: go towards where the POC or the high volume nodes are located. This is the simplicity of trading. Understanding pullbacks are going to be key, and these pullbacks are going to only be at levels and where majority of those buyers are willing to transact, and that's going to be around the 90,000 level. Because we see buyers in the market, we have support, we feel confident in that transaction, and we want to see price go towards the $96,213 level. That is the projection for this week, guys. I want to keep it simple. We're looking for a long position, and we're going to continue the price towards the upside. We will let the markets play. I'll come back to this chart, and we'll see exactly how prices play out. If you guys like this analysis and how simple truly trading can be, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will be doing more videos very shortly. Other than that, thank you so much. Take it easy, and John out. Peace!